Good afternoon to everyone. In today's video, I'm discussing about standard impulse waveform. Okay, standard impulse waveform and how we are generating impulse waveforms, especially voltage impulse. Okay, voltage impulse we are going to discuss here. Okay, so before starting this, so whatever this transients, okay, whatever this impulse are there, we are mainly observing in our power systems as as external and internal. Okay, the sources of these transients are available either in external form or in internal form. When coming to the external forms, we can able to observe this one as in lightning strokes. Okay, as in lightning strokes. And coming to the internal, the switching operations of your power electronic devices. Okay, the switching operations of your power electronic devices will leads to switching surges. Will leads to switching surges. It leads to getting the higher magnitude of either voltage or current quantity, whatever the quantity may be. It reaches to the higher values within a within a short while it reaches to the higher magnitudes. Okay, so please observe the variation, how the voltage, I mean whatever the quantity is there, it will build up steep format. They mention it as in here as a steep. The steep means if you are going through any analysis, okay, any analysis. So for example, if I'm considering the xy coordinate plane here, if I'm considering an xy plane, so if I'm assuming that the variation of the variation of your output, okay, the variation of your output, that means your y-axis, the variation of your output with respect to the input, okay, with respect to the input, correspondingly I mention it as a linear variation with respect to the variation of your input. There is a variation of output, I can say it as a linear variation. But if you observe within a short variation, that means within a small change of your input, with a small change in your input, with a small change in your input, here I'm considering input. Okay, so whatever the small change in your input, will leads to larger change in your output. Okay, larger change in your output, we may mention it as a steep variation. We mention it as a steep variation. That means the smaller change in your smaller change in your input will leads to the larger variation in your output. We mention it as a steep variation. So this is the way how we are getting the transients in our electrical power systems, either in your transmission lines or our electrical equipments. We are getting this variations. So coming to this, the representation. Okay, when coming to the representation of your impulse waveform, we are having three quantities. The first one is your rise time. Okay, rise time, and next one is your fall time, and next one is your peak value. So by considering these three values, rise time, peak time, rise time, fall time, and peak values, by using these three quantities, we are displaying the standard impulse waveform. Okay, so we are going through that impulse waveform. Okay. Okay. Please observe here. This is the standard. This is the impulse waveform. This impulse waveform. where you can able to see the rise time, okay, to reach your magnitude peak value. At the same time, to reach your 50% of your peak value, 50% of your peak value, we call this one as a fall time. And this maximum value, nothing but we call it as a peak value. So this is the way we are representing our impulse waveform. So please observe, this is standard waveform. Later we can go with the explanation of the values here. So here I'm considering an impulse waveform which is starting from 0 value to reaches the peak value, that is 100% of the magnitude peak value as A, okay, and later it will be decaying. So this is exponential increasing quantity and exponentially decaying quantity. So first I just want to analysis in the rise part. So I'm considering the rise value. So I'm fixing this 100% value as A peak value. From this peak value, I'm considering the 90% of the peak value, 90% of the peak value and 10% of the peak value. That means C and D quantities. Okay, C and D quantities. Okay, starting from C to D. So the time between, okay, the time interval between your T1 to T2, T1 to T2. Okay, so please observe here. I'm considering the peak value. From the peak value, I'm calculating, I'm taking the straight line. Okay, I'm taking a straight line which cuts time axis, at 0, 1. Okay, at O1 here. Okay, at O1, I'm extending that line. So I'm dropping a line from the 10% of the peak value to 90% of the peak value on my x-axis. So that will be the T1 and T2. Okay, the distance between OT1, whatever the time interval difference between the OT1 to OT2. Okay, that means T2 to T1, that time difference I call it as a rise time. Okay, rise time. Due to some oscillations, or if I'm unable to find out what is the 10% of the peak value, because the impulse waveform is having very short rise time. So if I'm unable to calculate this 10%, I can go with the 30% of the peak value. I can go for the 30% of the peak value to 100% of the peak value. So I'm again dropping the 30% of peak value as T1 dash and 100% as T3. So this time interval, from O1 T1 dash to O1 T3, that I call it as a rise time. So either way I can calculate it, because there will be around 20%, okay, around 20% of tolerance will be allowable in the rise time. Okay, this is the regarding rise time. When coming to the fall time, so once your peak value is reached, after that, in decaying process, from the peak value to decaying zero process, the time taken to reach the 50% of the peak value, of your peak value, that is your E quantity, that time I can drop as T4. So the time interval from your O1 to T4, okay, O1 T4, we can call it as tail time, okay, fall time or tail time. Okay, so please observe, that is the reason the rise time is very, very short compared to your tail time. So for the standard notation for Indian standard impulse waveform, we can given as 1.2 / 50 microseconds. This 1.2 / 50 microseconds 1000 kV. So this 1.2 is nothing but the time, okay, the time, your 10% of your peak value, that means your 1000 kV. Okay, this is 1000 is nothing but your peak value. So that means from 100 kV to 900 kV, from 100 kV to 900 kV, to reach that 100 kV to 900 kV, you required around 1.2 microseconds. To reach 100 kV to 900 kV, you required 1.2 microseconds. Okay. So from your 1000 kV to 500 kV, from your 1000 kV to 500 kV, you require around 50 microseconds. You require 50 microseconds. So this is the way how we are representing this, notations. Okay, whatever the notations, rise time, fall time, and peak time in a standard impulse waveform of a standard impulse waveform. Please observe here, this you are having one exponentially increasing waveform and one exponentially decaying waveform. For that reason, the impulse waveform, we are termed as double exponential waveform. Okay, this is the way how we are representing the impulse waveform. Okay.